Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GTW Brawl. I am your host, Infinite Fantasy. We're live here at Columbia, South Carolina. And here comes the Russian assassin, Brenda Bison. I am back. As you have witnessed at Holiday Mayhem, my injuries will no longer be a factor. My business with Jamie Hater is now concluded. Now, it is... Oh, looks like Rachel Rodriguez has something to say. Brenda Bison. I must give you your due respect. You truly are a remarkable athlete. It is true you never lost the Women's World Championship in competition. It is true I never defeated you for it. However, Brenda, here is what I did do. I defeated 8 other women in a no-holds-barred gauntlet match. I pinned Amber Charlotte, one of the most ruthless women in the locker room. In one single night, I went from an undercard nobody to your women's champion. So understand, I'm glad you are back. So now, when I out-wrestle you at New Year's All-Star, I can truly call myself champion. Rachel Rodriguez, I will give you credit. Your win at Survivor Games was most impressive. But again, you never beat me for the championship. At New Year's All-Star, I will show you just how out of your depth you truly are. I will keep my promise to Amanda Price, and the world will see you for what you truly are. A talented undercard with beginner's luck. And there it is, folks. The champion and the challenger have finally met in the ring. Who will be women's champion when they face off at New Year's All-Star? Will it be the Russian assassin, Brenda Bison, or the women's champion, Rachel Rodriguez? Find out this Thursday night at New Year's All-Star, live streaming here at Infinite Fantasy /twitch.tv. Welcome everyone to Grand Tour Wrestling Brawl. I'm your host, Infinite Fantasy, and tonight we're going to be having the GTW debut of the Luchador Wrestling Axiom as he faces fellow masked high-flying wrestler Chosen in one-on-one action. That will be our opening match here tonight. But also, we're going to be having a one-on-one match between Karrion Kross and Castor Black. Farouk will be having one-on-one with Justin Hicks. And Flamer and Fuego Lopez will be going into tag team action against Kumiko Tanaka and Kana Nanako. The winner will become the #1 contenders for the women's tag team titles at New Year's All-Star. And our main event, the challenge was set on Dystopia when Dio Sebastian had confronted Hercules. It's going to be Jon Moxley and Dio Sebastian in tag team action against Hercules and Arcangel of the Old Gods here tonight on Brawl. Don't go anywhere next. Our opening match between Axiom and Chosen is coming up.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 202 pounds,
Chosen, the former Intercontinental Champion, making his way to the ring as we're going to have a treat for you. It's going to be Masked High Flyer versus Masked High Flyer. Though from Japan, Chosen is still considered to be a great luchador. And he'll be getting in the ring with another fellow luchador here tonight. Both Chosen and Axiom, known for their similar styles. However, Axiom, making his debut tonight here in GTW, has been known as a big star back in the WWE roster, dominating in NXT and SmackDown. He'll be making his debut right here on BRAWL.
And his opponent, representing Threxium from Madrid, Spain, weighing in at 154 pounds, Axiom.
Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm getting Super Sentai vibes from this guy right here. A huge high-flying wrestler from Spain, about to make his debut as he goes up against former Intercontinental Champion Chosen in what is going to be a spectacular high-flying adventure between these two masked wrestlers. We got Chosen ready, Axiom ready, referee ready, and here comes the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got Axiom now locking up with Chosen in the middle of the ring. Both of these men feeling each other out. Chosen going for the arm bar onto Axiom, applying that arm lock. You can see that arm being twisted. Axiom with an immediate reversal on the former Intercontinental Champion Chosen. And there's a Russian takedown by Axiom. And now applying a scissors lock onto Chosen, who immediately slips out and reverses, delivering a knee to the face of Axiom. Here goes Chosen off the ropes, flying moonsault, nobody home. Here goes a knee stomp by Axiom. Now Axiom on the ring apron, waiting for Chosen to get to his feet. And this luchador off the ropes with a dropkick on the former Intercontinental Champion. Here is the pin. 1. And Chosen kicks out. It's not often Chosen finds himself wrestling in his element, finding wrestlers similar to his gimmick and style here. Axiom an impressive Hurricanrana as he runs right off the ropes. But Chosen with an immediate kick out still early on in this singles bout. The two men now locking up. Chosen bringing Axiom into the corner. And here's the referee looking to break these two apart. Chosen with a right hook onto Axiom. And now Chosen off the ropes himself with a Hurricanrana of his own, giving Axiom a mirror reflection of his own offense. And Chosen lands an atomic elbow right from across the ring. He throws Axiom against the ropes. Axiom reverses. He goes under. And Chosen with a reversal onto Axiom, laying a kick to the groin. And here comes a super kick by Chosen. Cross arm suplex. Now Chosen coming off the ropes. Leg scissors takedown. And now Chosen going for the pin. 1, 2, and Axiom kicks out. Chosen with a attack from behind. Now setting Axiom up for a German suplex. Chosen making his way to the top turnbuckle. And he's setting him up. Shooting star moonsault. Here goes the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Chosen wins against Axiom in his own debut match.
Here is your winner, Chosen.
Chosen with a rather quick victory against Axiom, still proving that he is king of the high flyers. And what an amazing high flying move that Chosen won in this match. But don't go away, folks, we still got more to come, because coming up next we got Castor Black going 1-on-1 with Karrion Kross coming up on Brawl. So the US title match was a dud. No big deal. We're still gonna get back at the Olympians, and we're still gonna get back at the old gods. I'm not done with Maximus yet, and I know you're not done with Troy. Me and you are gonna go after those intergender tag team titles. Tio, I don't think it's gonna be that simple. They are tougher than they look. Look, Witch, it's not gonna be like Holiday Mayhem. This time, you're gonna have a proper tag team partner. Excuse me? What is that supposed to mean? Look, sis, Dynamite is great and all, but we both know I'm the one who works best with you. Like I said, it should have always been me and you going for those belts. Alright, Dio, let me make one thing clear. You're my brother and I love you, but Steven is a very good tag team partner and a better friend. But he isn't one of us. That isn't for you to dictate. You know, it's funny how you can do whatever you want, date whoever you want, work with whoever you want, go after whatever title with whoever you want. But when I'm the one that has to live in your shadow, and I'm sick of it. I have my own business to handle tonight, so you can go ask Amanda to be in your corner. You jerk. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting back into Brawl with our next singles matchup. And we're going to have two extremely dangerous men as they head towards the ring, starting off with Killer Karrion Kross being accompanied by his wife Scarlett. Karrion Kross is no joke when it comes to the game of pro wrestling. His whole MO is to spread chaos, introduce fear, and cause as much pain and suffering as possible. This is a man where if it was legal in the sport, he would eat your heart from your chest. And we have the ever lovely and sadistic Scarlett paving the way for her husband, who is looking to cause some pain to Castor Black here tonight in a singles match. You can hear the boos echo throughout the arena. Not vibing with the aggression of Killer Kross. But those boos are doing nothing more than feeding him, energizing him, as he gets ready for this bloodbath that's to come when the bell rings.
And his opponent, from Charleston, South Carolina, weighing in at 276 pounds, the King, Castor Black.
And here comes the king of the Wolfpack, Castor Black, being accompanied to the ring by Amy Zero, his tag team partner. Thus far, coming into GTW, Castor Black and Amy Zero, forming the Wolfpack, has been dominating the intergender tag team division. But tonight, we're going to be having Castor Black in his full glory, going full wolf mode, as the king gets ready to go one-on-one with Killer Karrion Kross. Castor Black now entering the ring, and you can just smell it. Karrion Kross is not the only one looking for blood here tonight. The crowd going absolutely crazy. This sold-out arena echoing throughout the halls. It is clear who is the favorite here tonight. And there's Castor Black starting off strong with a lariat onto Killer Kross. And with 3 hard strikes, Kross is down. Castor Black might have the strength advantage over Karrion Kross in this match. Just using that brute strength to throw him across the ring there. And Karrion Kross attempting a German suplex. Castor Black with the reversal. And there's a headbutt by Killer Kross. And it's just reversal after reversal between Kross and Castor Black here. And there's a kick to the midsection by Castor Black. Dominating Karrion Kross, saying, okay, you want blood? I'll give you blood. And here's Castor Black using the ropes to wrench the arm of Killer Kross there. And there's Scarlett from outside the ring throwing in a Singapore cane. I think she's either forgetting or doesn't care that there is disqualification in this match. And there's a takedown by Karrion Kross. The referee getting the foreign object out of the ring. Castor Black still dominating this match. And a Samoan drop by the king, Castor Black, as he goes for the cover. And whoa! Oh, what was that? Scarlett just pulled the referee right out of the ring, preventing him from counting. And you see the referee arguing with Scarlett outside. And the referee has just kicked Scarlett out of the ring. Scarlett now banned from ringside after she had pulled the referee out, preventing Castor Black from getting the 3 count. The referee putting his foot down. Scarlett now banned from ringside. Castor Black still going to work on Killer Kross, who no longer has the support of his wife in his corner. And now Karrion Kross suffering the boot of the king, Castor Black, as he chokes him out from the corner. Karrion Kross throwing Castor Black into the corner there. Castor Black fighting back, still dominating. Karrion Kross with a desperate reversal, hitting the back of the knee. And here comes Kross with the pin. 1, 2, and Castor Black kicks out. And Kross driving that forearm into the back and the neck of Castor Black, trying to do damage to the neck there. And Kross stomping on the hand. Castor Black with a jawbuster to reverse. Another lariat by Castor Black. And the king making his way to the top rope. Amy Zero yelling from ringside, saying, take him out. And a cross body splash by Castor Black. He now sizes Killer Cross up. And there's a reverse by Killer Cross. German suplex. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, but Castor Black able to kick out. And Castor Black catching the foot of Killer Cross. And Cross immediately answers with a clothesline. Cross starting to fight back, starting to gain momentum in this singles match. And there he is, just rolling Castor Black on top of that top rope. And Cross from behind with a clothesline. Cross makes his way to the second rope. Atomic elbow drop. And here comes the pin. Will this be enough? 1. No, Castor Black kicks out before even a 2 count there. You can still see how much endurance Castor has left in this match. Cross throwing Castor Black across the ropes. He goes under. And here comes the bear hug. Belly to belly suplex. And here he goes, stomping on the midsection. Castor Black here. And what a takedown. He gator rolls right over. Karen Cross with a second takedown on Castor Black. And here he is applying the sleeper hold. Karen Cross looking for a tap out. He's got Castor Black right in the middle of the ring, but he manages to slip his way out of the hold. Karen Cross not done yet as he makes his way to the second turnbuckle with another atomic elbow drop. And he's going for the pin. Will this be enough to put Castor away? 1, 2. No, Castor Black gets the shoulder up. And the two are going back and forth. Open hand chop, one after another. These two men looking to punish each other now. Castor Black and Killer Cross just beating the living hell out of each other. Castor Black trying to throw in as many right hands as he can, but Killer Cross just keeps coming back at him. And here they go, pound for pound, these two men just beating the living hell out of each other right now. You can see a bruise right on Killer Cross's face. Castor Black throwing against the ropes, Killer Cross with a reversal. And Killer Cross with a forearm chop into the back of Castor Black. He goes to the pin once more. 1, 2, and another kick out by Castor Black. It looks like Castor Black has been busted open. Karen Cross has done enough damage to Castor. Blood dripping from his face now. And here comes Cross coming off the ropes. Goes for a big boot. Castor Black reverses. He dodges the second big boot. DDT by Castor Black. And you see Amy Zero outside the ring celebrating as Castor Black now gains momentum in a singles match. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Killer Cross. This thus far has turned into a very close match as these two men both love giving pain just as much as they love receiving it. And Castor Black with a dive right out of the ring in front of our announcer's desk, taking out Karen Cross, and he throws him right next to us. And it's getting a little close for comfort here. as Castle Black slams Karen across to an exit desk, followed by a German suplex in the outside ring area. The referee halfway through the countout. Castle Black getting in the ring. And Karen Cross has been counted out. The bout goes to Castor Black. What an intense match that was. But in the end of the day, Castor Black able to incapacitate Killer Cross long enough to get a ring out. An incredible win by the King, Castor Black. And you know, all eyes in the GTW locker room are looking at this man here right now. They know who is king. Still to come, we have a singles bout between one half of the Outlaws, Justin Hicks, as he goes one-on-one with Farouk. And we also have the #1 contender match for the women's tag team titles, Flamer and Fuego Lopez versus Kumiko Tanaka and Kana Nanako. The winners will be going against Havoc for the women's tag team titles at New Year's All-Star. And our main event, Jon Moxley will be teaming up with the World Heavyweight Champion. Jon Moxley will be teaming up with Grand Tour Champion Dio Sebastian as they take on Hercules and Arcangel of the Old Gods. Here tonight on BRAWL. Victoria Wong here, and I am with the Hardcore Champion, the Destroyer, Catalysm. Archangel has made his return at Holiday Mayhem despite your attempts to keep him out of commission. Catalysm, what do you have to say? Archangel. Okay. Me. You. Hardcore title. All-Star. I am assuming that you are laying a challenge to defend your hardcore title at All-Star against our Archangel? Archangel dies. I'll take that as a yes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Billy Cactus, representing the Outlaws. From Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Justin Hicks.
Justin Hicks, one half of the Outlaw Gang. Just on Holiday Mayhem, these two were attempting to win the Tag Team Championship from the Dudley Boys. Although it was an adequate match, an adequate challenge from the Outlaws, they were unable to secure a victory and are back to square one, the Dudley Boys still retaining the Tag Team Gold. However, for tonight is not about the Tag Team division, as Justin Hicks will be having a one-on-one match against Farouk.
And his opponent, from Warner Robins, Georgia, weighing in at 275 pounds, Farouk!
Now you gotta be wondering, what kind of shape is Farouk? getting into this match. It was just at Holiday Mayhem where he went one-on-one with JBL in a Hell in a Cell match. And those matches are not to be trifled with. A Hell in a Cell is known as a career-ending type of match. And him and JBL went all out, beating the hell out of each other, using that cage as a weapon. There's no way Farouk is going into this singles match 100% against Justin Hicks. And here comes the bell. The two men grappling up in the middle of the squared circle. You got Justin Hicks bringing Farouk into the corner. The referee looking to break it up. And there's a right hand by Justin Hicks. Now choking Farouk with the bottom of his boot. Laying that heel right into his throat. And then Farouk with a reversal taking down Justin Hicks. And there's Farouk kicking the inner thigh and dragging Justin Hicks from across the ring. The Outlaws made the mistake of thinking they could easily defeat the Dudley Boys for the tag team titles simply because of their age, because the Dudley Boys have been in the game for so long. However, they made that mistake thinking that experience would not be able to overcome their disadvantages of age. And if Justin Hicks is not careful, he'll be making the same mistake with Farouk here tonight. Farouk, despite coming out of a Hell in a Cell match, still in rare form, getting a tight headlock onto Justin Hicks, despite Justin Hicks able to reverse at the last minute. And the referee slightly being distracted right now, trying to put back on the turnbuckle padding removed by Billy Cactus in the back. Justin Hicks throwing Farouk off the ropes. And there's a hip toss by Justin Hicks. He comes off the ropes. He goes for a leg drop. Farouk rolls out of the way. And now Farouk with an Irish whip. Justin Hicks going over the top rope. And look at that power by Farouk as he throws Justin Hicks right in there. And now there's Farouk throwing Justin Hicks right across the top rope. And Hicks immediately with a reversal. And there's Billy Cactus slipping in a kendo stick. I don't know what he thinks Justin Hicks is going to be doing with that thing, with the referee still very present in the ring. And here comes Farouk coming in with a sidewalk slam onto Justin Hicks. You see Farouk slamming the head of Justin Hicks into the ring there. Now a brutal style that nearly helped him win the Hell in a Cell match. Unfortunately, the bout did go to JBL, thus closing this rival between those two once and for all. Farouk moving on in this singles match now. Getting his head wrenched by Justin Hicks. Justin Hicks understands that Farouk might be experienced, but age is a factor, looking to take advantage of those old joints of his. Do as much damage to the neck as possible. Now, laying in a sidewalk slam, trying to damage the back of his challenger. Farouk with a reversal using a jawbuster and a spine buster. Here comes the pin. One. And there's Billy Cactus dragging the referee out of the ring. Justin Hicks with a clothesline taking down Farouk. Billy Cactus had just prevented Farouk from getting the win after dragging the referee out of the ring. And there's an arm drag by Justin Hicks, now gaining the advantage in the singles match thanks to his partner Billy Cactus, using those dirty tactics that the Outlaw Gang is all so known for. And Farouk, full force, Irish whipping Justin Hicks into the steel stairs. We're halfway through the ring out. And it's Farouk throwing Justin Hicks back into the ring. And once again, Farouk gaining the advantage, now wrenching the head of Justin Hicks, giving him a taste of his own medicine. And a leg drop by Farouk. And a clothesline, knocking Justin Hicks outside the ring, right over the top rope. Farouk being hesitant on whether he should chase after him, and there's Farouk saying, screw it. And Justin Hicks, now this time throwing Farouk into the steel stairs. We're halfway through the ring out once again. Justin Hicks laying enough damage onto Farouk, thinking he might have done enough to win by a count out here. And Farouk getting in the ring just in the nick of time, only to find himself being victim to Justin Hicks' power bomb here. He's going for the count. That power bomb might have done it. And no, Farouk gets the shoulder up at the last second. Farouk now kicking Justin Hicks off. Justin Hicks with the same reversal. Here comes Hicks, coming off the ropes with a frog splash. Once again, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Justin Hicks wins the match. And what's this? Billy Cactus giving Justin Hicks a chair, but here's JBL. JBL getting involved, saving Farouk. The Alamos were about to attack Farouk with the steel chair, but JBL, who literally just went to war with Farouk in the Hell in a Cell match, just came out to save him. What does this mean? Literally at Holiday Mayhem, it was JBL winning against Farouk in a Hell in a Cell match. Does this really mean that they've buried the hatchet? Only time will tell. I can see that Farouk is looking just as confused as the rest of us, as John Bradshaw Layfield has just come out to his rescue. Coming up next, we have a #1 contender match for the women's tag team titles, as Flamer and Fuego Lopez are about to take on Kumiko Tanaka and Kana Nanako, coming up next. As you can see, we have Flamer and Fuego Lopez already in the ring as they're waiting their opponents here in this tag team match. The Syndicate, former women's tag team champions, looking to get a chance to win back their gold. Tonight, they'll have to face Fuego Lopez and Flamer. The winners will become the #1 contenders for the women's tag team titles this Thursday at New Year's All-Star. And you see the Syndicate is in rare form tonight as they make their way to the ring, ready to face Flamer and Fuego Lopez, who have recently formed their own tag team. These masked luchadors taking on this unstoppable team from Japan. Now the question is, who will be walking out tonight as the #1 contenders for the women's tag team titles? Also, we're going to start off with Kumiko Tanaka and Fuego Lopez in tonight's tag team match. And Kamino Tanaka starting off strong. European uppercut on Fuego Lopez. And here she comes, coming off the ropes. Double axe handle. And a moonsault by Tanaka.
Tag was made.
Now she's tagging in Kana Nadeko. The Syndicate looking to win back their tag team gold. They have to get through these two luchadors first in order to take on Havoc this Thursday at New Year's All-Star. And it's Fuego Lopez stomping on Kana Nadeko. And a huge drop kick by Fuego Lopez as she goes for the pin. One. And a kick out by Nadeko. More kicks and chops. And a spinning heel kick by Fuego Lopez. She now jumps off the bottom rope with a moonsault. Nobody home now. Nadeko going for the Irish whip. And an attempt of reversal by Fuego Lopez. Now go for a dropkick into the thigh, inner thigh of Nadeko. And a massive neckbreaker by Lopez. And here goes the pin. One. And a kick out by Nadeko. And an open hand slap across the face of her opponent. Fuego Lopez with a suplex. Now going to the top rope. Nadeko seeing it coming, makes a desperate tag to Kumiko Tanaka. Here she comes, moonsault, but nobody home as Fuego Lopez makes the tag to Flamer. And look at Flamer brutally punching away at Tanaka here in his women's division tag team match. And after this, we still have our main event. We've got Dio Sebastian teaming up with Jon Moxley as they take on Hercules and Arcangel of the Old Gods. Speaking of Arcangel, it's now official, made by Charles Elliott at New Year's All-Star. The Hardcore Championship will now be on the line as Arcangel will be taking on Catalysm. On top of that, another hardcore match we're going to be having. Amanda Price going up against Megan for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, which will also be in a hardcore rules match as deemed by the Intercontinental Champion, the Crimson Fox Megan. Outside the ring, we have Flamer going up against Miro Tanaka here at ringside. We're more than halfway through the ring out. Kumiko Tanaka throwing Flamer back into the ring. This New Year's night, we're going to be having an all-star fight card, if you catch my meaning. Steven Dynamite will be going against Damian Maximus. The Women's Championship will be on the line as Brenda Bison goes up against Rachel Rodriguez. Rob Van Dam defending the U.S. title against Santiago. There's a double takedown by Flamer and Fuego Lopez. Tanaka attempting a Superman punch and misjudge and end up knocking out the referee. The referee completely taken out here. Fuego Lopez missing her mark with that spinning kick. Tanaka once again gaining the advantage. Fireman's carry. The referee completely out cold. We have no official in this tag team match. There's a reversal by Tanaka. And now she places Lopez into a headlock just in time for the referee to wake up. Tanaka now making the tag to Nadeko. And there's a drop kick right into the head of Fuego Lopez. Flamer hitting Nadeko from behind. That's not deteriorating her from taking the eye off the ball. Nadeko going for the pin, but Flamer breaks up the count. Here comes Nadeko sizing up Fuego Lopez. Lopez with a clothesline onto Nadeko. And she goes sizing up the crowd here in this Solar Arena, going crazy. Hurricane out by Fuego Lopez. She goes for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Nadeko. And I see J Props here in our live chat
There's the tag.
giving all the love here in GTW. And there's Lopez launching Flamer right off the top row. Nadeko in a lot of trouble here in this #1 contender match. Once again, the winners will be going to New Year's All-Star to face the women's champions, Havoc. We have Flamer and Nadeko fighting here at ringside. Nadeko with a takedown. He's an athletic, high-flying style. Flamer now getting a receipt. And she just slams her right onto the outside mat. Flamer now throwing Nadeko back inside the ring. And a German suplex by Flamer. She's holding off for dear life as she comes in hot with a clothesline. Flamer now making the tag to Fuego Lopez. And here comes Lopez setting Nadeko up. There comes a powerbomb. No, a reverse powerbomb. He's going for the pin. Will this be enough for the win? 1. No, an instant kick out by Nadeko. Still too early to put her away. Nadeko now making the tag to Kumiko Tanaka. And there's a big boot by Tanaka onto Lopez. Trying to damage the sides of Lopez here. Placing her in armbar. You see Tanaka going for that joint manipulation with the fingers. And a flying moonsault by Tanaka. Amazing air by one half of the Syndicate as she now launches herself across the ring, driving both knees into the spine of Lopez. He goes for the kick. And a Russian takedown. Here comes the pin. Flamer breaking up the count before it can even begin. Now you're seeing Flamer, not the legal partner, getting involved, trying to confront Tanaka here. And here's Tanaka sizing up Lopez, looking to go for the finishing move, looking to put this tag team match away. #1 contendership on the line. 1, 2, 3, and the Syndicate will be going on to face Havoc for the tag team titles at New Year's
Here are
All-Star.
your winners, and Impress, the Syndicate.
Impressive win by the Syndicate, who will have a chance to reclaim their former tag team titles this Thursday night at All-Star when they face Madison Payne and Adrian Nevermore, the team of Havoc. That'll be this Thursday. Don't go away because we still have our main event coming up as Dio Sebastian will be teaming up with Jon Moxley to take on the Old Gods here tonight. And I also just got heard from Gorilla that the Witch is making her way out to the ring to address the crowd regarding what went down at the main event of Dystopia. That's all coming up next here on Brawl. And here comes the Witch, who is screwed out of her U.S. Championship match at the main event of Dystopia. And I can't wait to hear what she has to say on the matter. Rebecca Troy, you robbed me of my opportunity. I want you to get your ass out here right now and face me. I am not leaving this ring until you come down here so I can show everyone you are having a bad week, aren't you? I mean, did you really think I would let you take the U.S. title from the Old Gods? You do not deserve it. You could not even beat a specimen. You would never beat a specimen like Damian Maximus for our intergender tag team titles. You don't deserve anything, Witch. You don't even belong in this ring. Troy, I don't give a damn about the titles. I just want a piece of you. Now fight me. Oh, I will, Witch. But not here. I have a wonderful idea. I want to beat you in the most humiliating way possible. Let us settle this on New Year's All-Star. In a best 2 out of 3 I Quit Underground fight. No ropes to hold us back. No disqualification. Whoever makes their opponent tap out not once, but twice, wins. That way, when I beat you this time, I can truly say that I am your dominant. Yeah. Okay, Troy, fine. Best 2 out of 3 I Quit Underground fight. I'll meet you because nothing will make me happier than knowing that you are my... And the Witch has accepted the challenge. Witch versus Rebecca Troy at New Year's All-Star in a best 2 out of 3 I Quit Underground fight. There will be no disqualification, no ropes. The ringside crowd will be brought right up to the ring apron. Whoever wins 2 out of 3 via submission will win the fight. That will be coming this Thursday, live on Infinite Fantasy /Twitch.tv. Who will be the one to make the other submit? Will it be Rebecca Troy or the Witch? Find out this Thursday. But coming up next on Brawl, our main event, Jon Moxley, the World Heavyweight Champion, will be teaming up with Grand Tour Champion Dio Sebastian to take on Hercules and Arcangel. Coming up next on Brawl. Everyone, and it is time for tonight's main event. The challenge was made on Dystopia. The World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley, will be teaming up with the Grand Tour Champion, the Demon, Dio Sebastian, as they go into tag team action against the mighty Hercules and Arcangel. Arcangel, who will now be facing the Destroyer Catalysm for the Hardcore title at New Year's All-Star. And that's coming up next here on GTW Brawl.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 225 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley.
And here comes the World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley, making his way to the ring. He had just recently won the championship after a grueling Christmas death match at the main event of Holiday Mayhem, which took place on Christmas night against the mighty Hercules. And what a match that turned out to be. These two went all over the arena, going as far as breaking the barricade, taking the fight into the audience. And now the World Heavyweight Champion is about to team up with the Grand Tour Champion, Dio Sebastian.
And his partner, representing the Fallen from New York, weighing in at 246 pounds, the Grand Prix champion, the Demon, Dio Sebastian.
Here goes Dio making his way to the ring. We can see that Amanda Price has accompanied him to ringside rather than his sister, the Witch. Earlier tonight, Dio had a confrontation with his sister, who seemed to have had enough of Dio wanting to be controlling of their tag team faction, the Fallen, and has told him, "Don't bother bringing me with you to tonight's match. I'm going to deal with my own issues. You can take your new girlfriend." And I gotta wonder if Dio's head is going to be completely in this match after that fight he just had with his sister, the Witch. And here comes the Old Gods.
At a combined weight of 607 pounds, the mighty, unbreakable, indestructible Hercules and Arcangel, the Old Gods.
Damian Maximus, with his intergender tag team belt around his waist, along with Amber Charlotte, with her Women's United States Championship around hers. Arcangel making his way to the ring with their leader, Hercules, in this tag team match. And I have to admit, Hercules looking a bit naked without championship gold around his. Well, looks like we're going to start things off with Jon Moxley and Hercules as the two legal men in our main event tag team match. Hercules starting off strong, and I can see that Hercules would love nothing more than to get revenge on Jon Moxley tonight after losing the World Heavyweight title to him in that Christmas death match on Holiday Mayhem. And for anyone who had missed this spectacular holiday-themed pay-per-view, you can now catch it on the Infinite Fantasy If YouTube channel. That is Infinite Fantasy If on YouTube. You'll be able to catch Holiday Mayhem, where Jon Moxley had won the World Heavyweight title from Hercules in a Christmas death match. An all-out fight that broke out throughout the entire arena. The same pay-per-view where Dio Sebastian had won the Grand Tour title in his rematch against the timeless Tony Storm. And speaking of which, Dio Sebastian, now the legal man in this tag team match, receiving a Superman punch by Hercules, who is now looking to punish the Grand Tour champion. There's Dio Sebastian with a kick to the midsection. And don't forget, coming up on New Year's night, we got New Year's All-Star, where we're going to be having the Women's World title on the line. Brenda Bison versus Rachel Rodriguez. The European title, Andre Armstrong defending against William Regal. In a hardcore match, Megan will be defending the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Amanda Price. Archangel in an Extreme Rules match against Catalysm for the hardcore title. Rob Van Dam against Haran Santiago for the United States title. Havoc will be taking on the Syndicate for the Women's Tag Team titles. And we have the main event, Steven Dynamite versus Damian Maximus. Going one-on-one. Actually, scratch that. I just got word that we're also going to be having The Witch versus Rebecca Troy in a best 2 out of 3 I Quit Underground fight. We're going to have a full fight card at New Year's All-Star, starting off the new year with an all-out show. That's something you can't miss. That's going to be this Thursday on Infinite Fantasy If/Twitch.tv. Dio Sebastian rolling Hercules onto the top rope there, choking him out. But now he throws him to the corner. Jon Moxley getting that cheap shot in onto the mighty Hercules. And you can completely see that Dio Sebastian and Jon Moxley are completely on the same page in this tag team match as Jon Moxley now applies the sleeper hold onto Hercules. And Moxley now going for the pin. Hercules immediately kicking out. There's a kick to the midsection by Jon Moxley. And a clothesline. He now makes his way to the top rope. High flying move. Now the World Heavyweight Champion, nobody home. Hercules going all out on Moxley now. There's a huge shot to the ribs by this 342-pound man. And a huge takedown on the World Heavyweight Champion. And you can see that Hercules taking a lot of aggression out as he's setting up for the Superman punch. Moxley dodges out of the way, narrowly avoiding the godlike attack. And both Hercules and Moxley make a tag. Dio Sebastian now in the ring with Archangel. Archangel with an impressive moonsault from across the ring onto the Grand Tour champion. There's Archangel, that joint manipulation onto the fingers of Dio Sebastian, torturing him as he drives both knees into the spine of the Grand Tour champion. And there's a kick to the face by Archangel, now making the tag to his leader, the mighty Hercules, former World Heavyweight Champion. And I can't tell you how good it feels to say the combination of those words, former World Heavyweight Champion. And Hercules receiving a slam face first into the ring mat, full force, courtesy of the Grand Tour champion, Dio Sebastian. And there's Archangel breaking out the pin before it can even begin. Dio coming off the ropes. Frog splash. And Hercules with a hard elbow into the ribs of Dio Sebastian. There he goes, slam his head into the turnbuckle. And you can just see that aggression. Hercules not happy tonight. He did just lose the World Heavyweight title at Holiday Mayhem, and not too long before that had lost the Grand Tour title to Dio Sebastian in the steel cage match at last month's All-Star. Hercules now making a tag. Archangel. Archangel setting him up, and here comes a fireman's carry. No, he ends up throwing him over the rope. And a reversal kick by Dio into the face of Hercules, and he's setting him up. It's time. Hercules going for the choke slam. And the entire arena just shook after that. Here goes the pin. And Archangel immediately breaking up the pin. And the referee is down. She seems to be a victim of the crossfire when Archangel came in to break up the count. And here comes Hercules. Forward slam. And the Grand Tour champion fired up as he goes on all-out assault onto Hercules here. Dio coming off the ropes. Big boot. Hercules using a reversal. Now setting him up. Hercules calling for the God Spear. God Spear by Hercules, breaking Dio in half. And here comes the pin. And Moxley saving the match, breaking out the count. That goes to, because as memory serves, almost no one ever kicks out of the God Spear. Hercules now tagging in Archangel as the Old Gods double team Dio Sebastian. Dio Sebastian coming in with a counter with a backbreaker onto Archangel. And he's just bending him like a pretzel there, like a bendy straw. Looking to do damage to the spine of Archangel. And a major headbutt by the Grand Tour champion. Archangel looking to be in a lot of trouble. Seemingly to be no match for the demon Dio Sebastian. And a Superman punch by Archangel, exploding out of nowhere. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Dio gets the shoulder rock. Archangel now setting him up, looking for that finishing move. Looking to put this match away. This could turn the tide. And a GTS by Archangel. 1, 2, and somehow Dio gets the shoulder up. Archangel going for a moveset to capitalize. Nobody home. Dio making a comeback. Able to kick out the GTS. Now going for a power slam. A forward power slam on to Archangel. And he's sizing him up. Could it be Dio Sebastian? Ready? Choke slam. Unfortunately, that did not stop from Hercules from allowing Dio to capitalize as he breaks up the pin. But still, that was an impressive chokeslam by the Grand Tour champion. The entire crowd off their feet. And the entire crowd on their feet here, off their chairs. Dio with another impressive, torturous backbreaker onto Archangel. And there's Archangel with a Samoan, receiving a Samoan drop a Samoan drop at the hands of Dio Sebastian. Dio tagging in Jon Moxley, the World Heavyweight Champion, now in the ring. And Archangel clotheslines Jon Moxley outside, and you can see the Old Gods going to work on Moxley outside the ring. Amber Charlotte throwing Moxley back in as Archangel punishing Dio on that ring apron. And a Superman punch by Archangel. Dio completely knocked out of the ring after receiving those 10 punches into the chest by Archangel. He tags in his leader, Hercules, the mighty Hercules, now taking on Jon Moxley, looking to punish him, make him pay for making him lose the World Heavyweight title. 1, 2, and Moxley kicks out. And it looks like Moxley has been busted open from that last shot by Hercules. And a tilt-a-whirl slam by the mighty god Hercules. And he's setting him up. Hercules is going to finish it off. Superman punch onto Jon Moxley. He's not ready yet. He wants to add more punishment. Tagging in Archangel. The Superman punch was not enough. And this Archangel driving the knee into the open wound of Jon Moxley. And there's a GTS by Archangel. Here comes the pin. 1, 2, but Dio Sebastian saves the day, breaking out the pin. Hercules now being tagged in, the legal man in his main event tag team match. And here comes the pin by Hercules. 1, 2, 3, and the Old Gods take the win.
Here are your winners, the mighty, unbreakable, indestructible Hercules and Archangel, the Old Gods.
Dio and Jon Moxley fought well, but the outside interference of the Old Gods onto Jon Moxley completely turned the tide, leaving Dio alone against Archangel. That completely kept him out of the match, allowing the Old Gods to systematically take apart Jon Moxley and gain the win in tonight's tag team match. And that might be the end for BRAWL, but tune in Thursday night on New Year's as we have New Year's All-Star with an All-Star fight card. Steven Dynamite will be up against Old Gods member Damian Maximus. Havoc will be defending the women's tag team titles against the Syndicate. Rob Van Dam will be defending the United States Championship against Hiran Santiago. Representing the Old Gods, Archangel will be going up against Catalysm for the Hardcore title. In a no disqualification match, Megan will be defending the women's Intercontinental title against Amanda Price. William Regal will be getting his shot at the European Championship against Andre Armstrong. And for the women's world title, Brenda Bison versus Rachel Rodriguez. That's going to be this Thursday at New Year's All-Star. Don't forget to tune in. And for those of you watching these episodes of GTW on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I also want to remind everyone that there's a new Galactic Guardian Force Go audio Christmas episode now on the Infinite Fantasy If YouTube channel. Check it out as Mike, Wendy, Alex, Rich, and Jacob use their powers to transform into their beast avatars to take on the parasitic aliens known as the insectoids? Will they be able to save Darwin Valley from the evil, vile monster Frostbite, or will Christmas be destroyed? Go on my YouTube channel, Infinite Fantasy If, to find out in this hour-long audio story. And this is Infinite Fantasy signing out. And as always, may your fantasies be infinite.